I'm Ron and I'm back again, you know already, with another Ron Sports Reviews, but tonight we are reviewing the MLS Western Conference Final. LAFC 1, Seattle Sounders 3. Seattle Sounders will move on to take on either Toronto FC or Atlanta United FC in the MLS Cup Final, and tomorrow, whoever wins decides where it's held. Toronto wins, it's going to CenturyLink Field, home of the Sounders and home of the Seattle Seahawks. If it's Atlanta, it's going to be played in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Now, I think this game was a great game. At first, I said before the game, if you follow me on Twitter or not, I said Seattle had the better 11 from what I saw. I didn't like what I saw from LAFC. Their back line wasn't really that good in my eyes. Their midfield was and then their front line was the best part to me. But, they benched Steven Beitashour. And I was like, I don't know if you want to do that. I don't know if you want to do that, LAFC. They were playing... They didn't really know it, but they kind of played into Seattle's hands, and that's exactly what happened, and Seattle capitalized. Now, am I happy to see it? Yeah. Everybody knows my stance on LAFC. I mean, people are like... I don't like Seattle either, but if I had to choose, Seattle. For two reasons. One, I hate LAFC. Everybody hates LAFC unless you're an LAFC fan, but 98% of the league... Okay, 95% of the league hates LAFC. Simple as. Second off, I'd rather face it one easier team in the final, even though we drew LAFC at the bank, and I think we could beat them. I'm way more sure that Toronto if they make it, can beat Seattle at CenturyLink Field. And the fact that we have unfinished business. Let's be honest. We have unfinished business. Never had a match at CenturyLink. We never had a third match. This is for all the marbles. Who is better? This is the way it has to be, but I'll get to that when I have to preview the MLS Cup. I'll get to that diatribe later. Let's make sure it's actually Toronto-Seattle, but with this, I kind of feel like it will be. I already had a good feeling, but now I have an even better feeling. Really. You know what it is. But, first off, in the 17th minute after Carlos Vela dived, like always... Like the diver he is, like the cheat he is, like the weak goal scorer he is, he dives. They get a free kick right outside of the box. He doesn't take it, but Edward Atuesta takes it, and he just smashes it in the net past Stephen Fry, former TFC man. But I had to bring that up. This is mostly a TFC review series. I had to bring it up. We know. And he stole one from us as well. But, yeah. But, yes. Gets past Stephen Fry. That's the only mistake Fry would make tonight. He probably couldn't even really get to it. Atuesta had a good free kick. At least he took it, so I could say some good things about it. Atuesta's a good player. I do think Edward Atuesta is a good player. Good midfielder. Good on the ball. Good pace. He's good at a lot of things. And he probably should be playing in Europe. Honestly, I like Atuesta. Not as like, I'm just saying he's a good player. I rate him. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like anybody on LAFC except Steven Beitashour and Mark Anthony Kaye, and I think you know why. I think you know why. Then, in the 22nd minute, Raul Ruidiaz crosses up three guys, runs in the box on his own, shoots and scores. He breaks three guys' ankles, crosses into the box, runs into the box while crossing these three guys up and just shoots and gets one past Tyler Miller. And that's great for Seattle, not great for LAFC, not at all. Gets Seattle back into it, gets them fired up, quiets the 3-2-5-2 for about 3 minutes, and then they go back to their stupid 3 chants that all suck. Especially Dale, Dale, black and gold. You know that's Atlanta's chant, right? That's Vamos, Vamos, ATL. It's the same damn chant. Like, honestly, why would you nick that chant? That chant is horrible. Why would you take that? I mean, it's horrible when ATL does it. You just make it worse. You nicked that chant. When you could have went to Toronto, and we got better chants. We got the best chants in the league. Well, if you go to Inebriati, but if you looked at the Inebriati chants, you probably could have found a better chant to steal than Vamos ATL. But that's not the problem. But yeah, Rui Diaz shut them up for 3 minutes. And then in the 26th minute, great. Nicolas Loidero gets a centering pass to him at the top of the box. He shoots. Really, it was a really good tight angle on the near post. Goes inside the post, scores 2-1. And that would go that way in the half. Then, in the 64th minute, Raul Rui Diaz gets a brace and seals Seattle's place in the MLS Cup by getting a centering pass. Same sort of play as the Loidero play. Goes near post on Tyler Miller and scores. Simple as. 3-1 LAFC. Not LAFC. 3-1 Seattle. LAFC lost. That's what MLS wanted. Not what we got. They wanted it probably 3-1 LAFC, but that's not what we got. But I have to complain a little bit. A little bit. I have to complain a little bit. Let me say, not Ismail El-Fath. He's a trash ref, but Jair Marufo, one of the worst refs in MLS. I could give you a list of about 6. Jair Marufo, Ismail El-Fath, Chris Penso, Balomero Toledo. That's basically the worst 4. I'd say Alan Kelly he's not as bad, but he's But then again, that's who we got this week. He refed one of the MLS Cup finals for us. Alan Chapman is probably one of the best refs in MLS, so he gets MLS Cup. I'm not mad. But it's basically Toledo, Penso, El-Fath, Marufo. Those are the worst 4 refs in MLS. And you saw it tonight with Marufo as the center ref. He's horrible. Trash. Didn't call anything. Let it become a free-for-all. 3 handballs that were obvious, or at least would have been overturned on VAR. He doesn't go to VAR for. I mean, it was against Seattle, so I'm not mad about that. But let's be honest, as a neutral, I'll bring that up. Basically, the referees' choices were horrible. Like 3 yellow cards at the end of the match. Not the good time to throw out those yellow cards when, honestly, the whole match was a train wreck. A runaway train. From that first cross-check on Carlos Vela, even though I like seeing Vela look like a whipping boy instead of a scorer, because that's what he deserves. He deserves that. It was a runaway train. There should have been a yellow card there, but they didn't do it. And the guy who did that yellow card has been sent off in the last 2 matches he's played. Okay. Yeah, great. Great. So, but Seattle played great defense, great offense, hit on the counterattack like they had to. LAFC just didn't come to play except Carlos Vela. I have to give him that. He came to play. Nobody else did. Except maybe Adama Diomande, but he's only really just crashes the net. So, I mean, you can't really get much out of him. Should have put Beta Shore on, but they didn't. Man of the match tonight for Seattle, Raul Rui Diaz, the brace scorer. The guy who puts them in the MLS Cup final for the 3rd time in 4 years. Probably against Toronto, but we don't know that until tomorrow night. Man of the match, Rui Diaz. A brace and a great game. So thank you for watching. If you like this one, subscribe, like it, share, comment. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. That's how the West was won. Seattle, congratulations. I hope Toronto sees you on November 10th. But if Atlanta wins, at least I know who I'm cheering for. Congrats, Seattle. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. Tomorrow, Eastern Conference Final. Let's go.